Tiffiany, and we're here for a working hangout. We'll have a few people jump in, but right now with me is Pat D72. If you guys don't know Pat, you want to make sure you go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He's really entertaining guy, really friendly. Pat, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Pat D's, and my channel is Pat D72. I sell on eBay, Amazon. I am a property manager. I do Instacart, and I do YouTube. Anthony, I didn't realize I was supposed to put the town down here, the Poconos, Pat D's. I'm teasing him because he said he was he's from Picksburgh. You live right in Picksburgh, right? I
do, yeah.
Right. I tell you, I like your intro on a lot of your videos. Oh, we got another guest coming in.
Yeah, that's Paul. His channel is Gate City Picker. He must be out and about getting them deals.
We got the 3 Ps: Picksburgh, Pat, and Paul.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
All right.
You know, one thing I like about this StreamYard is the ability to go on the phone a lot easier than it is Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
I thought I needed to set up an account, but
no.
I clicked on the link and then there I am. And I just sent an email and told that I wasn't going to be able to get on because I didn't have an account. You just hit the link and here we are.
Yeah, that's what's nice about it. So you're not having to risk downloading any software or viruses. You just got to give permission to use your mic and your camera.
I don't know if it even asked me to do that.
Yeah, it used. Now I'm not sure on the phone. I think on the phone it just asked to connect the Chrome when I've done it. But it all depends what kind of phone you have. I have an Android phone. What are you out shopping with the kids?
Well, no. We are headed to go pick up our wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
I was going to do that after the show, but I thought they closed at 5, but then we looked it up and they closed at 4, so I had to run out real quick to go get it.
So now you, Paul, this is the first time I met you. I'm Pat Dees. I live over here in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. Where are you from, sir?
We're right in the middle of North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Had a big storm come through too, so that was another reason why I was going to not try to set up an account while I was driving. So.
Okay. I have friends that just they had moved to Wake Forest.
That's towards Raleigh. We're about 50 minutes west of that.
Okay. Yeah, they moved back to Pennsylvania for health reasons, but when a couple years ago when we went to Florida, we stopped up in Wake Forest. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Doing good.
I want to say hi to Ryan and Pam Thriftbine. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate the support.
Hey, Paul. Now, I think, Paul.
Yeah.
I think if you turn your camera sideways, we'll get a full screen of you.
I don't know if you want that. I'm a pretty ugly guy.
Nah, don't worry. We're all in the same boat here, buddy.
Ryan.
No, it didn't do it that way. It didn't flip it.
Yeah.
I think maybe because I didn't start out that way.
Yeah, you got to start out that way to do it.
Yeah, maybe that. Okay, that's what it is. I'm just letting you know. So if you watch the feedback, there's 2 black bars. But hey, this is all part of learning of how all this stuff works too. So now, Picksburgh, we're not going to give Paul a hard time for not packaging any stuff while he's on the road, right?
No, not at all.
He's not. You know, Scott drives around with a damn van and a dynamo printer and can do different things.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, we'll actually have his dynamo at hotels and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I've been with him in the van and seen it myself.
That's cool.
So y'all got a heat wave up there too, like it is down here?
It's sticky. Uh-oh.
Not bad.
We lost Paul, or
yeah, he probably went through like a dead spot or something.
Or he might have hit it and logged back in or something like that. That's the only problem with but I mean, to be honest, driving is always even on regular phone calls.
Now, Pat, you went to Ohio the other day.
Yeah, I drove 14-hour round trip. Hung out with Jeremy and George of What the Hells.
Right. And you also hung out with was it Chaz or whatever his name goes by, or
Yeah, I was, this past week. Yeah,
poor guy.
yeah, I was with Chaz. I hung out with Chaz. I hung out with Jeremy and George, and then I on the way home I stopped and saw DG Picker. I had a busy week.
Hey, Paul, congratulations on getting married soon, man.
Yep, next Saturday. So I don't think I won't be on next Saturday. I'm pretty sure of that.
Not a problem, man. More important.
Hey, maybe when you're opening some of those gifts that you want to resell.
Well,
Or is there going to be a sign only, Paul? Cash only?
no, and all that stuff probably get taken back for the money.
Okay.
We had a cash-only wedding.
You always get stuff. I remember, like, we got like an iced tea maker, and we would never brew like iced tea bags, and it's probably still sitting up in the attic.
Yeah,
I remember
all the time.
my wife's cousins. We went to their wedding, and they had got a pillow. Someone gave them a pillow with a picture of them on it,
Oh, man.
and they threw the damn thing away. And it wasn't in the garbage, but they threw it. I think it was at their mom's or something like that. And we picked it out, and we still have it. And when they get older, we're going to surprise them with it and say, "Hey, remember this item?"
The old recap, huh?
Oh, that's messed up. Aaron Marcus said that he wanted to tell us about a yard sale experience today. He was making a deal with another buyer, or he was making the deal and another buyer ruined it by telling the seller not to lower her prices. That's messed up.
Look, at the end of the day, you make an offer, and you kindly say to the seller, "Hey, if you want to sell it, I'm here with money."
Yeah.
You know, somebody interferes, I would just look at him and say, "Are you going to buy this stuff? If you're going to buy it and pay for it, step up."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a way to say. Go ahead, Paul.
Where you're trying to make a deal and somebody else comes over top of you and offers just a little bit more.
Yeah. Then it sounds more like an auction then.
That's what I'm about to say. That's an auction sounds like it more so. But they don't know if you got other buyers interested.
Now, I mean, for us people that do YouTube, it's and looking always to do content, it's always a different. But I don't run it. Now, I ran into an experience yesterday it was funny at the Salvation Army, and I knew what was going on. They had a Christmas in July table, and I was recording, and all of a sudden I heard Ashley to the cash register, Ashley to the cash. So I knew they were calling because they saw me with my phone filming, and she comes over to me and she says, "Can I help you?" I said, "No, I'm all right. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up?" So she looks at the employee. She goes, "What's the problem?" "Oh, he's filming us." So she looks at me and she goes, "Are you film?" I said, "Now look at my camera." And I go to her, "You know me?" She goes, "Yeah, I know you. You're in here all the time." So she looks at the employee. She goes, "What's the problem?" And then they said they got a memo. I said, "Look, I get it if somebody's filming kids or something like that." But I said, "Absolutely not." And I'm uploading that video now for Monday, and it's unedited. And you'll kind of hear the conversation. Everything worked out fine. The kid actually said, "Oh yeah, I've rung you up before," but they just got a memo that I guess they really don't want people recording inside the Salvation Army. But if you're not recording people, which to be honest, the subject matter is not the people. The subject matter is the stuff that I'm buying and flipping. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily, I don't have that issue too often.
No, I'm sorry. I've run into it 3 times. Oh, here comes Thom, Mr. 99, Mr. 99.
Hey, Thom.
Where the hell am I?
He's looking at his settings.
Give them a minute. It takes a while for the elderly to figure out.
I forgot I had the other one, the regular YouTube up too. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Man.
Hey,
I'm
Tom, did that big storm come down that way yet?
Which way? Like my way?
So, Tom,
Oh, okay.
We got one last night that was pretty bad. It's all clear and blue skies here right now.
so we just had a real bad one come through, hail, sideways rain, and all that stuff.
Now, where are you at?
Just north of you, remember, up in Greensboro.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it'll go straight east and skip us. But yeah, it's blue skies here right now. But man, we had some lightning last night that was sharp, so sharp you could. It looked like it was daylight outside. So, Pat, is George as cute as in person as she is online?
Oh yeah, yep, for sure. And they were very nice.
They
I'll
seem
be
to be
honest.
nice folks.
Yeah, everybody I run into has been very nice. I think if you go in with a good attitude and looking to have fun and you know, I get that I haven't had one bad experience meeting anybody yet. And you know that's part of what I'm doing with YouTube is getting out there. I mean, this past week I met up with Side Hustle Network. I don't know if you guys know Chaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I met up with What the Hales, and then even on the way home, a smaller YouTuber, but a friend, the DG Picker. He's the guy that does the penny videos for Dollar General.
He's
Right.
good. I like him a lot.
Yeah. The kid is I mean, I call him a kid because, to be honest, he's 28 years old, and I have a lot of respect for him. He calls me, he messages me on Father's Day, Happy Father's Day.
That's
And yeah, I mean, who does that? And you know, I think he messaged me before my own kids did.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to the Nashville meetup. Me and Glynn Swamp Picker, we're sharing a place together. So we're going to be down there for a couple days, and me and Jason and Eric are doing something in New York in about 2 weeks. So my schedule's full. And then, you know, I do those Thursday shows where I interview people that do YouTube content and do different forms. Casey Rockstar Flipper is supposed to be coming on, and What the Hales is going to be coming on. So, you know, I plan a lot of my stuff out 2 months in advance. Here comes John Johnson.
Yep. Man, myth, the legend. I've been really loving John's content lately with the door opening and everything.
Oh, John's a good guy.
Yeah.
I believe they're one of my good friends.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Hey,
we can hear
John.
you, but I can't see you.
How you doing, John?
Hey, pretty good. Trying to figure out why my camera ain't working.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were busy working at the store or not, so I figured I'd give you a shot.
Yeah, I figured I'd pop in for a few minutes. We've been pretty busy today.
Cool.
That's good.
Starting to die down. From, I think, Saturday, probably good store hours will be like 10 to 2, 10 to 3.
Yeah.
The afternoons, things start dying off.
Hey, John, Pat Dees, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, I took a Snapchat yesterday of Picksburgh's channel. I got to send it to you. His subscribers were at 444.
That's
I
funny.
think they still are.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, they still are. Yep.
Let me pull up my chat here.
So,
Yeah, we've had a pretty good day. We did, I don't know what we've done on eBay so far. We sold one thing for 135 on there.
Nice.
By the grace of God, that was a great sale this morning. We did 135 on eBay, and we probably did 200 or more in the store. So that's
Nice.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too shabby at all.
Yeah, $200. That'll, with what we've made this week, that covers all of our bills. I'm hoping that the money that we make from this store will cover I cover my house payment and the utilities here. If that happens, we're going to be, which it should, no problem at all. Once we get a lot more stuff in here, that's the problem. Is we just need more junk. A guy came by today and sold me some stuff. I've been having a lot of stuff come into me, which works out really well.
Right. It reminds me of that opportunity, like Pete Craigless Hunter, that you're good. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, John, but I think you're going to up your game because you're going to be able to increase your sales. Even at the end of the day, if you wind up doing $20,000 or $30,000 more in sales, there's that much more profit for you to benefit your family.
Right, and that's exactly right. If we can just see an uptick, plus I think it's better for me than just sitting around my house all the time, because that's just not good for your health.
Right.
That's one thing that I think that a lot of us full-time resellers don't address is kind of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
I agree. And some people for me ask me, hey, Pat, you're getting around, you're going out and about. And to be honest, that's for my mental health.
Yeah.
Not having no family, and my wife has a full-time job as a restaurant manager, and my kids are grown now. I mean, my youngest son still lives at home, but he's going to be 19 in December, and my oldest is 30. And for me, this is just part of mentally being able to go out there and feel like I'm accomplishing something. And I tell you, even though I made that trip out to Ohio, and I drove 14 hours. I learned a lot, and so a trip that cost me about $200, between gas and the hotel, and they fed me when I was out there, so I didn't have to buy food. But I've little things, even meeting up with, as you know, I'm friends with Jason and Eric, and Jason just messaged me now. We're going somewhere. Just learning a little bit of somebody else's techniques and different things and opportunities are out there that I didn't even know existed,
Yeah, there's so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities out there to make stuff. One thing I know is that being here in the shop, I have my wife, and she's a godsend to me. So it gives me the opportunity. Like yesterday, I left and went out yard sales a little bit. And, so I was able to pick up a couple things that way. There was a big auction today, but I didn't go. It was just too hot. I wanted to be here at the shop with my wife. And, but there was some really great stuff down there. I probably should have went. Probably be a good time to go down there about right now and pick up some of the scraps that are going to be left over. People start dissipating around 2 or 3 o'clock on a hot day, but next week there's going to be one here in town, and I'm going to go to it. So hopefully I will be able to get some money, because all the money that goes from the store goes into the store checking account, and we're getting a little bit of money put in there. I mean, our credit card deposits go right into the checking account every day. It really is pretty amazing. I love it.
Hey, John, could you PayPal me $4.44 today, sir?
$4.44.
Yeah, because there was a late fee on my magazines. I think they're waiting at the UPS store. I got notification, but either that or you. Would you send them to my post office box or UPS?
Your post office box.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't right there.
They were shipped out the other day. Have you got them yet?
No, not yet. I didn't go there though. With going out to Ohio and running around, my schedule is. Jason just sent me a message, so I'm constantly keeping myself busy. Wednesday, I'm actually going down to a base. I'm going to do a flight stimulator. Where you be a pilot.
Are you going to Area 51?
No, I'm in Pennsylvania. You know that.
I'm just messing with you.
52 is in your backyard.
Wright Patterson? No, that's out in California, ain't it? The other one is the only one I know of around here is up by St. Louis, and that's What's the Air Force Base up in St. Louis?
No, I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I was
I
asking my wife.
gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
See you later, Paul.
See you, Paul.
Hey, see you, Paul.
Thanks for jumping in, man.
I bet you on that simulator you can program it for Area 51, the simulation for it. Probably any part of the country you can put a
I don't know. I'm hoping I can maybe even video record, like set the camera up and
GoPro.
video record, because that's just something amazing to do. A customer that used to come into the restaurant works for the service, and he says, "Hey Pat, whenever you want, why don't you come down and you could do the that?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I kind of kept yeah, sure. So we still stayed connected after I closed the restaurant, because I see he lives down towards Philly and his dad lives in our area, and I would see his dad and we would talk on Facebook. And so I said, "Hey, I still am interested before the guy retires." Because I never know if I get that opportunity again.
Right.
And you have to schedule them out. So I scheduled like a month ago, and it's like a 90-minute thing, Here he is.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, I'm glad you got.
Right.
I'm glad you got a haircut.
Whatever.
Hi,
Hey,
Lynn.
I'm glad you took a shower.
I've been slacking trying to get all my yard sale stuff out. I was going to show some stuff off.
Hey, Lynn. Hello. I'll be honest. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I have a couple screens popped up. When Picksburgh sent me out the link, I was in the middle of editing. That's the only thing when you're doing YouTube. People don't realize live. We're live. There's not much work to do. You get on there, we talk. There's the program. But when you're putting together 3 or 4 hours of footage and trying to chop that down to 20 minutes, it's hard, because sometimes you're cutting it, slicing it, then it goes away and stuff like that. So I apologize if I haven't said hello to anybody that's in the chat. But
Lynn actually did say hi to each one of us individually too. So I'm sorry, Lynn. I apologize about that. I wasn't watching the chat. But let me go ahead and greet everyone that is popped in.
Right, and I Picksburgh, I think that's important too, because they are the people that follow us and give up and stuff. So
without them, we're just sitting around talking to ourselves.
Right.
So I want to say hi to Darlene. She is amazing. It's Norgus R. Guys, if you're not subbed to her, go show her some love. She's a wonderful woman. You'll love her a lot, seriously. Who else we got here? Misha Renee's in the house. Hey, Misha. Tell Josh Poo I said hello. Just me, Kathy. Kathy, thanks so much for coming out. You're here all the time. I really appreciate it. I want to say what's up to Brian and Cameron.
Sorry, she lives in my area. Just me, Kathy. Yeah,
That's
she lives
awesome.
that. Yeah, she's not feeling too well, so she's got sick. So I think she got like a heat stroke. So I had saw that. So she's taking a break for the next. Yeah.
I'm going to definitely be praying for you, Kathy. If you need anything, please reach out to me. Say what's up to Aaron Marcus. He is that awesome soldier who worked for our country and is trying to now get his teeth fixed. So he has a link that he'll probably drop in the chat. If you guys want to show him some love, I'd appreciate it. Jerry Steinecker, he's here. Thanks so much for being here, Jerry. Love seeing your name in the chat. Fat Girl Sewing, thank you so much for being here. DC Sales, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here.
Excuse me, sorry.
Might be caught up. Tiffany's here, Eat Sleep Amazon. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to her yet, she's up and coming. I'm telling you, she has a good channel. She does good content. Make sure you show Tiffany some love.
Hey, John, did you ever sell your van? I know you was looking for an outlet to sell your van.
No, not yet. I need to. I'd like to get rid of it.
All right.
Then I could not have that payment, which is like $165. Then I wouldn't have a $50 insurance payment on a month.
All right.
Then I could use that money and pay my credit card off, and then I wouldn't have that $200 payment. So that would be $400 extra a month that I would have coming in, and my building payment here is only $500.
Right.
So like I could you know, it'd be all but gone. It'd be a huge relief. What I need to do is I probably might do that this evening. Take it into town, clean it, vacuum it out,
Right.
clean the wheels up on it, take it out and get some pictures of it. And I might just list it on eBay.
Yeah.
Do a video, a walk around video.
Well, I wrote a name down, but when I put it in, it pulled a give the VIN.com. Well, I guess it pulled, recognizes it as being like a .com, so it pulled a veterinarian deal. But yeah, that's who I went to try to sell my vehicles. Give me the
Really?
VIN.com. And they're like all over the South United States. They'll come after you, pick it up. You send pictures and the VIN number. They'll make you an offer, and usually they do better in most car lots.
Really? That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, they'll actually, if you got like a CarMax, and they offer a better price than they will, they'll send you $100. They'll send you $100.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I wind up selling mine right down the street.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Go make that money.
Somebody's got to do that.
So, any of you guys know a lot about camera stuff by chance?
Not really.
They take pictures.
I know that much.
Yeah, I know that part.
Digital or 35 millimeter?
I honestly don't even know. They're older ones.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
pretty-
Is that an AE1 or an AE1 program?
I don't even know.
To the on the front. What right above where you would put in the lens? Is there a brand right there?
Yeah, it's Asahi.
No.
Never.
the
That's a Pentax.
Pentax.
And the model over there is probably the K1000 or whatever that is on the left hand side.
1094 or something.
Maybe I can make it bigger. Hold on. Let's see if that works. Okay. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's probably the model there. I got a few
K1000.
of these for $5. Like, I bought the whole box. I figured if nothing else, maybe the lenses that were in here would be worth something.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes more.
and sometimes that's the case where the lens is worth a lot more than the camera, the body.
Yeah.
But you can sell body onlys, and that's the terminology. That's the key word to use.
This one was the only one that actually had a lens in it.
The reason why the lenses are sometimes more valuable is those same lenses will work on digital cameras.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and like I got, like a larger lens here. Then I had a couple of these like light attachments.
Flash, yep.
Then,
Probably not a lot on the flash if I had to guess, but I don't know.
yeah, I didn't know if I was just gonna lot all this together or whatnot, but then I got this really big lens.
Yeah, probably a 300 zoom or something like that.
I've got one similar to that same brand, the Q word, whatever that was. Yeah, I mean, good thing is you should be able to find all of them. You look by the brand, and then there's usually not the aspect ratio. What's it called? It's the zoom capability, the aspect, something like that. It's got like a 1:something to. Or some,
I got the original flip phone.
nice.
And apparently it put black stuff all over my fingers.
Right.
John Jones says focal length.
I'd still use a flip phone if it wasn't for having to send text messages and use the internet on it.
You can send text messages on those. You just have to hit the button 3 times to get to the third letter.
I'm done with that.
What it was, the sun
My
melted
teenagers could
today.
type a book before I could say hello.
I'm trying to think of the first phone that came out that had the keyboard on it.
That's crazy. Yeah, the sun melted it today. That was actual phone on my hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't get a flip phone until like 2014. Well, not a flip phone. I didn't get a Apple phone until 2014. I always had a flip phone.
And flip phones still sell. A lot of people use them.
I had to get some little kid to show me program of 14 while we were on vacation. Gave it to him and said, program it for me.
The the value in those is you can get them and you don't have to carry data service on it. You can just get if carriers will still support them, you know.
Well, you can still put a lot of information on there if you don't want to like an actual phone, use it for a phone, but it's information. And they're small. You get a whole lot of telephone numbers in there and other information, to-do list and all that, and not having it clog your regular iPhone up.
Hey, Craig, is there a limit to how many people can come in at once?
6.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be leaving in about 5 minutes, Anthony.
Okay.
Could you leave in like 3 minutes?
If you want
I can leave. I can leave in like 3 minutes.
I'm kidding. You're fine.
whatever.
Oh, okay.
But if you're still in the chat, Tiffany, within like 3-5 minutes, whenever Pat has to run.
Yeah, I
Pat. Stay as long as you want.
I know you are. I just took a phone call from my buddy Banana Finds. He's driving up in my close to the Lehigh Valley to pick up stuff, and we're coordinating something for Monday. And of course, we do the show tonight. And time goes fast. Before you know it, Glynn, we'll be down in Nashville together.
Yep.
Yeah, and you better not keep me up all night. Yeah, I think there's a wild side to you, kid.
No, I don't party, so I'm quiet. I'm gonna bring earplugs just in case.
I did. Did you get messages because you're rooming with Pat Dees to bring earplugs?
I always get earplugs no matter what.
Yeah. Well, I actually do too, because if somebody snores, I wouldn't be able to sleep all damn night. But as you know, and me and you talk privately, I'm not a partier either. For me, when I'm up late at night, I'm either on YouTube or I'm watching. Usually, I watch Cheers before I go to bed.
Right. Well, did anybody sell anything good today, or find anything good?
I didn't do too many great sales today. Just a bunch of smaller stuff.
Yeah. I did sell a transistor radio, brand new, sealed, going to France. Like I said, I opened it up. I took pictures of it being sealed, the tape, but the guy said, if it works, I'll buy it right now. So I opened it up, and took a picture of it, sealed and all that, so and the battery in it. And I was surprised how good it. I mean, it's almost his late 60s, early 70s, but I went outside because like this building. So I got like 3 stations to work, on the FM and a couple on the AM, and all that. And within an hour, he bought it.
Nice.
Right, so for $75, and I probably got $3 or $4 into it.
It's awesome.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get going. I appreciate it. Because I got to run some errands and then get ready for my show tonight and stuff.
What time is your show, Pat?
I do it at 11 o'clock every Saturday, the Late Late Show. I usually have 5 or 6 different guests come on. Glenn's been on. Anthony's been on. Usually what I've been doing now is because one week I had like 9 or 10. It was too confusing. And I like to give everybody the opportunity to. 10 is too much. And to be honest, even with this StreamYard, you can only do 6 anyway. So 5 or 6 are good. Tonight, it's going to be me, myself, Eric, Nameless Picker, Jason, Banana Finds. Craig is going to join us. And Harlan from Harlan's Reselling Adventures. He does a lot of local auctions in his area and stuff like that. So, and he's also flying out to eBay Open tomorrow. So hi, Megan.
Yeah, I saw him today online. He was talking about going to eBay Open, was it Monday? Trying to cut his grass before he goes.
Yeah, John's wife that's who Megan is. In case anybody's wondering,
yeah,
John's wife so she doesn't like to go on camera much. So maybe she does. Hi, Megan.
Yes.
She didn't.
Hey, John Jones, thanks for being here, man.
There she is. You're muted. He has you muted, but hey, we love you.
Money.
Man, I like to have. She's a pretty lady, man. She should be coming on the show to fill in the voids that John can't. So, but hey, guys, thank you, guys, and I'll catch you all later. Hey, Thom.
Yes.
Behave yourself today. I know you get a little rowdy sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
All right, Pat.
What would be funny to do if you had the camera in John's store and pointed, where the customers are buying stuff, and you're hollering out, "No, John, I want to buy it." I'll give you $10 over deal. And the guy says, "Can you match that?" And, I got somebody in Louisiana wants to buy it, or Thom in North Carolina wants to buy it. That'll probably freak them out.
Yeah, a buddy of mine's house. He's got cameras in his house, like in the foyer and in the mud room, and then he's got this big expanse of glass French doors at the back of his house, and he's got a camera that shines, looks at it. And when his kids come home from school, he can, it alerts him that somebody's entered the house and whatnot, and he'll say good evening, and one of his sons just about jumps 3 feet. He says every time he says it, that he should know by now that his dad's going to, unless he's on the phone or something's going to say something to him.
Well, this is my security system right here. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's kind of got like 4 cameras. That's out my truck, out in the parking lot, backyard, side, and right in front of the door. They're kind of nice when somebody drives up. I can see them coming, But
You live in the land of the dodginess, don't you?
Yeah, this is the hood, where I work at.
What's up, guys?
Hello, Tiffany. Welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Good. How are you today?
Well, that storm ran you off, huh? And didn't even do nothing.
Yeah, I know. Well, they just kept saying like there was a risk of like electricity going out for like several days.
Okay,
So I didn't want to risk it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't. What's that?
Yeah, 5 mile an hour wind can do that sometime,
Yeah, well, they were just saying like, I mean, our news half the time is not accurate. They were making us fear the worst, and they were like, yeah, I could go out for 3 days to 7, like a week. And I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. So.
Well, like here, my record, the COVID being at a record high, not the Ditton Springs area, but, more of the North Out Ridge area. And if it would have been that, I would have had water at the front door probably this time.
Yeah. Did you end up getting any flooding down there or what?
I mean, zero. Zero.
Really?
I mean, the canals didn't even have any. Yeah.
God for that.
Wow. I have some family that lives up in Arkansas, and they actually got like some tornadoes from the storm up there. Yeah, they got a lot of flooding. It was pretty bad. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I am probably 3.5, 4 hours from Glynn. I am between the north of Louisiana and the central of Louisiana. So I'm near, if you ever saw the Duck Commander, the duck guys.
Right.
I'm near where they are.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Which one?
What
near Nacogdoches?
What's everybody? Yeah, I'm kind of more east of Nacogdoches, or Natchitoches. Yeah. Yeah, I used to get those confused because I'm from Texas, and then they have the Natchitoches here, but anyway.
Well, now you got Natchitoches close to Mississippi, but you got the Nacogdoches or something north of Ellick, or how does it pronounce?
Natchitoches.
Right.
Yeah, it's where they.
Okay, Natchitoches, and you got Natchez, right, or whatever.
Yeah. Natchez is Mississippi.
Right. It's kind of on the Mississippi line. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a speed trap right there. North of Ellick.
Yeah, it's pretty much any of those small towns. It's just real bad. Like when you go from where I live to Houston, you go through the towns and it's 65 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden it jumps down to 35.
Right.
And if you don't catch it, man, you'll be getting a big fat ticket. So what's everybody up to?
I was just getting all my yard sale finds out. As soon as we're done with the hangout, I'm going to film kind of like a haul video with everything.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Did y'all go see the Lion King? I know you were saying that yesterday.
Not yet.
Okay.
We might be going to the drive-in tonight with my mom and my nephews tonight.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
How is she doing? Is she feeling like more up to doing stuff?
Well, she went to the the community yard sale with me today, and about halfway through, she just like had to sit in the car because she wasn't doing well walking around.
Yeah.
We came home. She went back to bed, so she's been sleeping the past couple hours. So hopefully she'll be feeling better whenever I go back upstairs.
Yeah. Wow. Bless her heart.
Yeah, it took it out of her though.
I bet.
She's a trooper.
Yeah. That's a tough surgery to go through.
She's got to be a trooper to put up with you, right?
Exactly.
This is true, Craig. This is true.
Yeah.
I think she only keeps me around because I keep buying her Disney stuff. That's the best part about it, being married to a picker. They always bring home stuff you like.
Right. That's cool.
Might be the only benefit of it. Other than that, you're crazy and turn your house into a hoarder house. So did any of you guys hit yard sales today?
Ours was dry. It's been terrible around here the last 2 weeks.
I went to about 4, and they were in an expensive neighborhood, and I thought maybe they'd have some pretty good stuff in it, even if it was on the high side.
Yeah.
I walked up, the first one I walked up to, I said, wow, looks like you've had a good morning. He says, we've only sold about 4 or 5 things. And I thought to myself, you don't have enough stuff out here on these tables to even justify getting up at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
I said, you got to pile that, I didn't say that to him, but in my mind, you got to pile that stuff up. So when people drive up, because people were just driving up and they could see up the driveway where it was at. And it didn't look like he had much, so they didn't even stop.
Mm.
You got to pile that crap up there so it'll give them a reason to stop.
Right.
And the other 3 was the same way. They just really didn't. They had big pieces of furniture. I mean, big pieces of furniture. It takes 2 or 3 people to move it. And,
wow.
And just a bunch of junk. Not even good junk. You know what I mean? Just junk.
Right.
I'm sure Glynn got some good stuff today.
I did find actually nothing today.
Really?
I came to work. I got so much stuff to do, and I got so much. My debt pile is so big. I need to worry about this stuff here. So, like I said, I came in. Like I said, the guy wanted to buy that radio. So I actually it was like sealed, and I unsealed it and tested the battery. And he bought it within an hour. I got somebody who wants to buy this. I told him I had it on Facebook and all that. So hopefully I get about $225 for it, I think. I got down on it. Yeah, 200.
What is that?
The gas tank. What's good about it sealed. It's never been out of the bag. You can tell about that gas. I'm making him a good deal because he bought some clutch covers. I told him I had one, $225. He said he had 5 bikes. And I said, well, I got 3 of them. And if you buy them all 3, I'll drop them to $200 a piece. He said, I'll take them.
Any of y'all good with jewelry?
Not I.
I just wonder if anybody knew. This necklace it's not strung on cord. It's strung on a very fine chain.
Let's see it. Oh wow,
It's a very fine chain.
Yeah.
So what you're saying? It's not off the chain.
It's not off the chain. You might can see it, but it's real fine there.
I don't have a clue about any of that kind of stuff.
But anyway,
I bet you Nita Fanita could help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about jewelry. There was a ton of people selling jewelry today. Kathy wants to know if it's stretchy. She said it might be able to break easily if not.
No, it is not stretchy. It is a like real links of chain,
Okay.
metal chain.
Maggie Doodle says it's pretty.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, Maggie, I didn't see you in there.
How about you guys in the chat? Did you get any good yard sale finds, anything like that today or this weekend so far? I didn't get a whole lot. I got maybe 2 IKEA bags full of stuff. Most of the good stuff I got, I had to get on an ask because they didn't have it outside. But I had somebody go back into their house and bring out like a Wii that was in box, a whole bunch of different attachments, controllers, and a whole like big box full of games. Another person I asked, and they brought me out Game Boy Advances. So those are probably the 2 better things I got. Got that box of cameras I was showing you guys. Then I got a Sony boombox that has the cassette deck and the CD player.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I do all right with the Sony boomboxes, so I continue to buy them. Normally, I don't buy regular DVD players, but this thing's brand new, so
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
I'd give it a shot.
Are you is that stuff for like eBay?
Yeah, it's all gonna go on eBay. I got Ashley a few things. She collects Disney mugs, so I got her Tigger mug. And then I got her a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse snow globe. So I get a Christmassy one. We started planning our Disney trip for Christmas time. So she's all excited about that.
Cool.
If you need Disney mugs, you need to order from me instead of going out and buying them.
You got some good ones?
No, they're just average.
Well, if you got some good ones, you need to send Bridget New York Picker. You need to send her a message because she collects all that kind of stuff. She's another one of those Disney people, and so is Maggie here in the chat. They're all about Disney.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love my wife. And vice versa.
I have
It's like
now,
a cult.
did she like she likes Disney anything pretty much?
I think I paid like $3.
For the most part.
I don't know, whatever you want,
That's
darling.
cool.
She really likes
There's
collecting snow globes, mugs, plush,
Okay.
that kind of stuff for the most part.
This
Making
is
money over there, John?
a Disney
I don't
calendar.
know. We just made a sale, but I'm not sure how much. $6.
Grab it.
Got this little Sid Crosby
I
bobblehead.
got it from the auction. It was a mystery box.
They have the Thomas Kincaid Disney calendars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. This was for this year, and I think the 2021 just came out in May. But I was buying these things the end of last year. Well, I was buying it. I guess they started marking them down the end of last year or early this year. So when I started selling on Amazon, I bought them for like $1, and I was selling these on Amazon for like $30-40.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And I was like, who wants a 2019 calendar in, May or June? But they were buying them. So,
Awesome.
I don't know if I saw it on Facebook or Instagram or something. Somebody talking about calendars, and they were talking about calendars not for the current year. And there's people out there that will take. And I don't know if you commented on it or I saw it somewhere. And they were talking about having a calendar. I think you did. You commented on it or something, didn't you?
What? I don't know. I don't remember.
But talking about taking a calendar that wasn't the current year, but then that calendar reappeared however many years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it
Because
like
the days
the 10 one? Sought after one?
Probably the pictures and content. That's what you're paying for, isn't it?
But being able to use it as a calendar, what is it? Would it be every 7 years that it would rotate and become the same calendar again?
Well, if you got a leap year and all that, I think I'm not sure exactly how it works.
You know what I'm saying? Well, leap year, that's true.
Like, that's what was blowing my mind about this, because I was like, so this one, the 2019 was selling on Amazon for like $40, but if you went to the 2021, it said comes out like May 15th or something, and it's pretty much all the same pictures. So I was like, why would you? And it's only $10. So I don't know, why buy the old one if it's the same as the new one, but I don't know. They buy it.
Yeah. Hey, as long as there's a market for it,
Yeah.
Picked up a couple hats today too. I had a brand new Fallout hat. I've done really good with these video gaming hats. Like I've sold a bunch of like Mario ones and different gaming series. This was
that's cool.
only $2, so I picked that up. And I picked up a vintage Sesame Street hat. It's like corduroy. Like
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I do good with like the vintage stuff too, so I figured, what the heck, $3.
Now, how
Turned
do
out
you
it was
ship
30.
the hat? Like when you I've always wanted to like when you ship hats, how do you make sure they don't get like smushed and stuff?
It just depends on the type of hat. The easiest, the way I do a lot of hats, if they're not high value, I'll get one of the small flat rate boxes and I'll just kind of use it as padding, and then I'll put it in a bubble mailer. I'll just kind of do like a wrap around it, either that or just any kind of cardboard I have laying around. But if it's a nicer one, I'll actually put it in a box. But I don't see people send them out in poly bags and stuff like that. I at least want the customer to like think that, I at least want to think I've tried to protect the hat a little bit.
I put them in a 4x6x6 box.
Okay.
You can push the top, fold
Why did I
the hat in.
feelings? I'm sorry.
You're not watching my videos, apparently. I have a video on how to ship a hat.
Do you really?
8x6, the best one is the 8x6x4.
Yeah,
Look,
I
man,
like 10-8-6.
I don't
it's been
ship
perfect,
much stuff like that. It's just
And when I say a hat, I mean
but I watch your retail arbitrage videos.
I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I've been sucking at arbitrage lately. I've been so bad at it lately. Like, whenever I first started my eBay store, like, the majority of what I had in there was retail arbitrage items. And it's like, I've been stuck in the past few months at it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll get back to it. Are you finding are you sourcing like other ways better?
Yeah, I've just been like killing it with flea markets lately and yard sales, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll get a little more creative in the winter. Like I was doing really, really well at Ross Dress for Less over the winter. Like every Monday they do a markdown day, and sometimes you can find it's like 49 cents in there.
Wow.
Like clothing and shoes go down as low as like I want to say $3.49 per pair. So I think like the third video I've ever put on my channel was a Ross Dress for Less haul. And literally we had 3 carts full of like shoes. Like I had Jordans, Currys, like all kinds of super expensive shoes that I was paying like $3 a pair for.
That's insane.
Yeah, they don't do it like the same categories every week.
Yeah.
And I found the one that's near me, the closest Ross, the manager's boyfriend comes in and buys up all the good stuff, so they kind of leave it aside for him.
Oh man.
So like, it's really like right up. So, but there's a lot of competition in that too. Like there'll be people literally sitting in the parking lot the majority of the day waiting for them to do the markdowns. And just talking to my mom had a patient in the hospital who was one of the employees at one of the local Rosses. And she basically broke it down for my mom so that I would know better when to come in. And she said that they get an email every Monday morning from corporate or whoever with the certain department that they're going to be marking down that day and the time of day that they're allowed to start marking it down. So that way, like the resellers don't just come in and like swarm them.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can't compete if someone, the manager's boyfriend or whatever is,
that's the tough part.
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to make retail relationships, you know what I mean? Like meet different people in retail and, kind of get a better understanding of, how I can get in there and get some decent stuff.
Yeah. 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 My uncle used to sell on eBay. And then since I started reselling, he's really gotten back into eBay. And he would source at Goodwill and he would just have a deal with the manager where they made friends and, he built that relationship and stuff, and the manager would always give him a heads up, So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any problems with Walmart, like in your clearance section buying stuff? Do they ever say anything about not buying too much? Or
No, I've never had an issue with them, saying I'm buying too much. But Walmart for me is really hit or miss. Lately, it's been a lot of misses. I've talked to the manager though at the Walmart, and I was just kind of like sharing what I do and stuff like that. And he said, "Well, I'll give you a tip. If you come in Thursday night to Friday morning, you'll find the best stuff because we start putting out the new clearance Thursday evenings, so that way it'll be ready for the weekend rush." So I don't know if it's that way everywhere. I'd assume it is, but he was just kind of giving me a couple pointers as to how to find better stuff.
back in the day, people were talking about that they would go in and buy like 12 of something, and then they wouldn't want to sell it to them because they were resellers. I used to do some merchandising, and I got to know a lot of store managers. And one of them, he was adamant about. He was like, "If we've got it on the shelves, and you need one of my associates to help you push it out to your car," he says, "I'll even tell them to go get another buggy and help you push it out to the car."
That's awesome.
Because their bonus is based on what goes out the door that people have paid for, not what goes out the door that people haven't paid for. And he's like, because I told him, I said, I've heard people talking about their managers or managers not wanting to work with them. He's like, those weren't the store managers. Yeah. He said that was either like, one of the department managers or something of that sort. He says, because my bonus is bigger if you come in here and buy everything out of my clearance. He said, or if you come in here and buy everything that's just on sale. He said, I don't care. If you pay for it and you take it out the door, that's all I care about.
Right.
I love whenever people have that attitude towards it too, because I know some managers really get their panties in a bunch over, people coming in for retail arbitrage and just taking up a whole bunch of stuff. I've been blessed that I have decent managers in my area, though. I think a lot of times too, like people come in and like tear up like complete sections of the store and just leave stuff all over the place. So I could see that getting kind of annoying for them. But I think as long as you're respectful and you kind of, don't mess up the store, I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah, I've always found Walmart to be super friendly. Like, I mean, like if I'm looking for something, they'll go to the back, they'll check it, they get their scanners out, and I guess the scanners tell them how many they should have in store and how many are like coming in on the truck.
Right.
Yeah, I've always found Walmart to be super reselling friendly. And I like that, like
he walked away. I was about to ask John when he was going to have his 50% off sale so we could all come visit him.
That would be cool.
There he is.
John, when are you going to have your 50% off sale so we can all come visit you?
Probably if I when I go belly up, or as John Jones says, if I go belly up or boobs up. My wife will she'll mark everything off, half off.
John, did those customers buy anything that when you left a while ago?
Yeah, they bought a couple of records.
Okay, cool.
Right now we're getting you'll see in a couple of weeks I'll know really what our store is capable of doing. Right now we're getting a little bit. When you open up a store, you're going to get your friends coming in, want to check it out, want to look around. Yeah. You're going to get the people who support you coming in, buying a little knick-knack thing here or there. But in the long run, you'll see, like, if it's sustainable, it'll be you'll have to see. You'll have to see. It's about bringing good stuff in and keeping your prices low. People keep saying my prices are really good. But not everyone's buying something because you got to find that you got to find that item that just speaks to them.
Yeah. Yep.
You're in a rural area, aren't you, John?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not too rural, but I mean, like we do have Amish, so that's pretty rural, I guess.
Wow.
They're not living in the city.
Well, how far are you off the interstate, the main interstate?
Oh, our town's right on a major highway, so we get a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic. It's Saturday, so like after it's 3:00 right now, so it's going to be pretty dead. Probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, it'll start picking up with people coming downtown to eat.
Right.
And so I don't know.
Now, there are other businesses that sell stuff in your town that's like maybe art or something like that would get people to go like from store to store, like an antique district.
Yeah, there's a couple of other shops. There's one up the road. They sell a lot of stuff like I do. I talked to a lady today. The guy that owns the real estate company here in town, they own a thing called 'Tis the Season, but it's kind of like a holiday shop, more of a Christmas shop, and they're going to redo it, and they're going to make an antique store out of it. So there'll be another person to help draw people into the area, and it'll be good. There'll be a lot of help. And there's another one right down the road from me here that lady's trying to put something together. I hope she does. She's a nice lady. She's a single mom, and it's tough for her.
Because sometimes having an antique district can, you want sometimes you don't want competition, but sometimes competition can draw more people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the competition that can draw people in. That's it. That's the money.
Because that way, if they come in your store or somebody else's store, I know I can buy something out of 5. If they have 3 or 4 stores, I'm gonna buy something. But if you're the only one, people go to it and say, "Oh, I didn't see nothing," I'll go get something to eat. But
Yeah, eventually I want to get a little ice cream. What was that?
Do you guys get like tourists and stuff there? Is where you are kind of?
Yeah, we get some, but that's what I'm working on. I would like to get a lot more. It's a pretty big town. It's a pretty big community. The property values around here are going up, up, up. There's going to be a lot more people over the next few years moving in. The reason I bought this building because I think that over the next 10 years that I'll probably be able to get probably a 25% return, maybe a 30% return on my investment in the building. And my property that I own right outside of town is probably one of the most desirable pieces of property in the county because of its location. It's the last farm that's over that way that's of any size, and besides the huge farm that's right behind me, that thing's probably worth $1 million right now. But mine last time it was estimated, it was like $3,500 an acre, but I think in probably another 10 years it'll be about $5,000 to $6,000 an acre.
So can you in that neighborhood or that part of town put up like political signs, the small ones, but put like antiques next exit, or you getting close, type signs instead of like putting a big billboard, just put up, on the side of the interstate or main drag where all the traffic is going, maybe get them to stop.
Yeah, my buddy, he's the county commissioner, and I've talked to him about if we could get an easement to put a billboard up about the historic downtown and do a website like the MadisonCountyMo.com, and us work together and build a website that will promote everything that Madison County has, because we're having an issue right now. Is we've raised our taxes, and all the other communities around us that have raised their taxes, they're people that live in the community. They have something to show for it. We just keep raising taxes, and we're not getting the community centers. We're not getting the water parks. We're not getting all the stuff that we should be getting. They want to build a new police station and a new fire station, and then they want to build a new courthouse. And I'm like, that's just more ways of taking money out of people's pockets. You just want to spend more money to build all that infrastructure so that you can, and then you're going to have to arrest more people and write more tickets to pay for it. So I'm not a fan.
Yeah, as long as you got people coming into town spending money, you can tax the tax dollar coming in, but you don't want to tax people for going 1 mile over the speed limit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that they can't raise any more money. What they're going to have to do is figure out a way to get people into our county spending money so that money can be put back into the community.
Yeah.
can always tell whenever you buy a Wii off somebody that has kids what games they play and what games they don't play just based on the scratches.
You got a big stack of Nintendo Wii games there?
Oh yeah, there's some pretty good scratching on some of these games.
I think that's the reason a lot of people like Steam nowadays, because they can just download the game and play it, and then when they want to, if they take it off the computer, they can take it off the computer and re-download it later.
Yep.
So I think so much stuff game-wise is going to move in that direction. It's all going to be digital.
Yeah. I mean, you download stuff for the PS4. You know, you don't have to download the whole game.
Well, guys, I'm gonna take off. You know, y'all have a good day and all that, and probably see y'all some tonight, maybe.
All right, Glenn.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Okay, bye.
I've got to go start dinner. Before I do, Craig, did you ever try your? The Waltons?
Thanks for jumping in, Glenn.
That was a great show. Good night, John Boy.
I didn't even know they made a board game about the Waltons.
What were you going to say? Tom, I'm sorry.
No, I was looking at his board game up there. That's pretty cool. Did you ever do any testing of the paid version of SteamYard?
We met Pat and I messed around with it a little bit. We didn't do it live. I mean, it's not bad. In my opinion, it's probably not worth the money. I mean, you can replace the duck. You can do a overlay, which is you can only do it's a whole screen. So you have to set up an image that's the size of the whole screen.
Right.
Unlike OBS, where you can put individual elements on the screen.
I like that.
What else did we find? There was something else. I don't remember, but I mean, it wasn't bad. You really didn't get a whole lot. I don't know why I got it. I submitted a list of features I'd like to see in StreamYard, and they sent me a response and said, "Hey, here's a trial version of the Pro Edition. If you sign up during the month that you have it, we'll give you a $4 discount for the lifetime."
They are leaving a lot of money on the table. They're leaving a lot of money on the table by not addressing the things that these YouTubers that do these big hangouts are wanting, because they will subscribe to it to get the services, the thing, the options they want.
Yeah.
And if one of the things they could do, if they could add like the paid subscription, if they would make it up to where you could do 8 people in a group or 10 people in a hangout, that would pick up a lot of people. Because like Valerie's show, she has 8 or 9 people in it all the time every morning.
Right.
So she's gonna probably have to look at Zoom for that.
Right.
But if I was part of that company, we would be looking at what can we get these YouTubers, what can we give them to get them into our system. Because I like the fact that when the host logs into YouTube, he sees the YouTube, or when he connects to YouTube, he sees the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is a good feature.
I wish everybody's, did that. But anyway, I've got to go start dinner. Anthony, thank you for having me in here.
Anytime, man. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it.
All right, and anytime I'm online, and you pop in, let me know, and I'll be glad to hit you with a link. Especially since I'm accumulating emails now, so it's a little bit easier to get people links.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks. All right, see y'all later.
All right,
Tom.
Have a good
Good
night. Yeah,
Now, so how many did you say? Like, if you have the paid version of StreamYard, how many?
You still only get 6.
Really?
On this. On Zoom, you can get up to 100.
Yeah.
And Zoom is $14.99 a month, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
they really need to get, more like the option of having more panelists for the paid version of StreamYard. That's crazy. So did they seem open to like your suggestions? Like maybe they would consider it, or
I don't know. I'm sure I'm one of many people that are submitting suggestions, because
Yeah.
I think people are just getting into using it in not just our community, but probably YouTubers in general.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Anthony, every day I'm hustling says he will jump in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I sent you a link already, Nate.
Did his PayPal payment go through?
Nate's on the chat here.
Did his PayPal payment go through?
Well, I thought he was sending it to you, Craig.
Oh, let me check then. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I say that, and I gotta find my phone. I set my phone down somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know why my that's the first time I've seen this with this program, the chat not updating. I missed like a whole. I was wondering why nobody was commenting, and then I just realized that it was on my end. Nothing was coming up. Oh, that's awesome. Nate said he found Holy Grail pickup today.
Nice.
He and I were going to link up today, but there was a community sale right by me. I probably would have been better off going with him. Yeah, sorry I didn't see you there, Nate. For some reason my chat wasn't updating on my end. Now I can like literally go through and see everybody talking for like the last 20 minutes. So if anyone else came in besides Nate, my apologies. DC Sales, have a good weekend. Appreciate you stopping in. Nate, if you have any issues with the link I sent you, just let me know, man. I'm curious to see what you picked up, though. Like within the first hour of being at the community sale, I regretted not going out with you. We still had probably like 40 to 50, maybe even 60 houses that were doing sales out by me, but it was just, they basically all put out their junk, and then if they had anything good, they were asking top dollar for it. They pretty much were asking what I would list it for on eBay.
I see a lot of people doing that now, that they're looking at eBay prices before they price their stuff for a yard sale.
Yeah. We had a lot of like pallet resellers out too. Yeah, I can see Nate trying to jump in here. For some reason, it's saying his device is not connected or something. So, I'm guessing he'll be in momentarily. Oh, there he is. Oh,
I'd have been like,
what's up, man?
Not too excited about this garage sale day.
You're not too excited about it?
No, I said if I didn't hit this last sale and found these couple items, I'd have been like, like there was a lot of bread and butter, but it was a little more expensive, but it was a lot of like higher dollar items that I'll get money for. So
yeah,
this is probably one of my favorite things I found.
Here, let me put the screen on you. Dude, that's sweet. Is that brand new?
It's there's damage to the box or whatever, but it looks complete.
That's cool.
The battery compartment's all clean on it. It's like the board for it, and then it has all the pieces underneath.
It's nice, man.
What's it called?
I'll be right back.
All right, man.
And then I found this thing. I almost passed it up. I didn't see it at first. I got one of these things. These sell really well, okay. And it's new in box too.
Nice.
This is from. Oh, this is actually newer. It's from 2015. I thought it was older. Either way, they sell pretty good. I got it for really cheap. I'm trying to think what else I got. I got some older board games. Like one was from '75. It was like near mint. It was Perfection. I got that for $1. I got some clothes, like a lot of North Face and Columbia stuff.
That's cool.
What else did I get? I got a steamer for my clothes for eBay.
Oh, that's cool.
For next to nothing. Trying to think.
I just sold a steamer probably last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't get enough clothes to really justify having one. So I found it at the bins. It worked. I tested it a few times, and then I was like, I don't use it. I might as well list it. Sold it for like $20 maybe.
I got a portable air conditioner too.
Oh, that's cool.
It was brand new. It was literally used, or it looks like it was used for like a month or two. And I got it for $75.
Nice.
They go for like usually like 400 or so. It was an LG. I need it for personal use, so that was like awesome.
Yeah. It's always good when you find something that's personal use.
It's one of the few times like I've actually found something that that I wanted to kind of use or whatever, for the most part, to be honest. Because like some stuff, like I don't really collect anything. I just, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of just have stuff, sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Donatello.
Not Donatello, right? Did I make that mistake yesterday?
Yes. Calling her a turtle.
Yep. Sorry about that, Donatello. You are certainly not a turtle.
What'd you find today, Anthony?
Bunch of pretty much bread and butter. Most of the good stuff I got, I had to basically ask for it, and people had to go back into their houses and bring it out. I got a Wii with a crap ton of games, probably like 25, 30 games, a couple GameCube controllers, a couple Wii controllers, some accessories for $35. Still had the box and everything, though, so I should give a little more for it.
That's a good price. You can get good money on those controllers.
Yeah, for sure. Then I got Game Boy Advance. Paid up a little bit for it. I paid $20, but it came with 2 cases and some accessories and some games. So I figured the cases by themselves I could sell for $10 a piece. So that basically pays for it. You know, and probably get another 30 to 40 out of the Advance, depending on how good the games are that came with it. So I got that. I got some Blank Media. Got a brand new unboxed DVD player. Got a box full of camera and lenses and stuff for $5. Got a Sidney Crosby bobblehead. Got a couple hats. What else did I get? A couple other like little miscellaneous items. Nothing too good, but should do good on it. It was pretty much a bread and butter type day.
A Canon Super 8 I found was really clean. The case was like really nice. I thought they were going to want a lot of money for it, and he said 10, and then I'm thinking to myself, I could probably get him down a little lower just because. So I went down a little lower. I got him at 7. I looked online after I left. It was like, on the low end, like 50 to like $100 for just that.
So yeah, we'll probably go like another 10 minutes or so. So I have to cook dinner for Ash. So
We're making
an hour and a half. What's that, Greg?
What are we making tonight?
I think I'm going to make some steak on the grill and then some mac and cheese to go with it.
Nice.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
No shrimp on the Barbie?
No shrimp on the Barbie.
You're going out to see Derek out in Rhode Island or whatever, Anthony?
Yeah, September.
I
Tried to
told
talk
him.
Reagan to go because we want to do a live morning show.
I told him I'd go out that way if people are going to be going out that way or whatever.
For sure.
Don't go out that way looking for me. I won't be there.
That's a long drive for you, ain't it?
That would be too far for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come out to Alabama and visit you, Greg, one of these days.
I would enjoy going. It would be hard to spend that amount of time in the car, though.
Yeah.
How long a drive is it for you, Anthony, to Derek's place?
About 9 hours.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be about that long.
My goal is I want to make a profit on the trip. So since we're going to be going to Brimfield, and every day Derek's going to take us to another New England state and like go sourcing and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I want to make sure that at the very least I want to try to cover the cost of the trip in sourcing. So I don't know if I'm going to take my van or if I'm going to just rent like some kind of a big SUV or something like that and go down. So that's the goal. I'm going to try to do like a series with this trip of, I told Ash because I don't math well. So I told her to get all like the money and like situate how much we spend like on gas, on like, place to stay, on food, on sourcing, and kind of break it down and then see if I can turn a profit on the trip, if I can break even on the trip or whatever. So I think it'd be a cool little series to put together. Because I see a lot of people doing these sourcing trips, like mainly they're Amazon, people like Bearded Picker and, like that whole crew that'll drive basically across states, picking up a whole bunch of stuff RA, and making all kinds of money on it. So I think it'd be cool to see it from an eBay perspective, to see if it's possible to go like yard selling, thrifting, and all that stuff, across a couple states and turn a profit on it.
That would be cool. That would be fun to see, like how it turns out.
Yeah.
How many days of sourcing is it going to be for you? Like basically almost every day?
Yeah, probably. Most likely we'll go every day. I mean, we're going to do some other stuff too. We're going to do some like fun recreational type stuff. But I think it's going to be cool to have some crossover videos too. You know what I mean? The different channels, like because Tommy and Destiny will both be down there. Derek will be there obviously because we're basically going to visit him. And then I don't know who else is going to be there. I know he said that T from My Great Finds for You is probably going to be there. And I'm not entirely sure who all Derek has recruited for the trip yet. But I just think it's cool to have some, live collaborations with, people that you normally wouldn't see out and about together.
That's part of the reason why I wanted to go. I mean, I love sourcing and doing different things like that. So it would be like not a vacation trip, but like, you know what I mean, a sourcing trip. I mean, of course, basically. Plus, I got you guys.
Ash, like I said, it's going to be kind of a vacation in a sense because we're going to get to go like, hang out with friends that, we don't normally get to see, and we're going to get to go to different states and stuff. But I also said it's also going to be a business trip because ideally we want to turn a profit on it.
That's awesome.
Or at least get a free trip. That would be amazing.
Right.
And then if that works out, you know what I mean, and we're either able to turn a profit or get a free trip, then what's to stop us from planning more of these and going to visit more people across the U.S.?
Aww, hello, baby.
This is Everyday I'm Hustling Junior. It's Nate Jr. My name's Nate, by the way.
But now we can't see you.
Watch.
Yeah. Come on the camera.
What's up, Nate Jr.?
Say hi.
Paul's trying to jump back in. Hey, Paul, it says your devices are not connected, man. Jump out and back in. All right, I got you.
Hey, is that Junior?
You're live. He always sits in my lap thinking he's live because his mama likes going live. So every time he's in my lap, he thinks I'm live with watching YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, guys watching this right now, though, and people that will be watching this, if you could do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe to the people on the panel, Paul Gate City Picker on here. He has a pretty good channel. He just started. He bought a. You can probably describe it better than me, Paul, but he bought like this big container at a flea market. So I'm really looking forward to some of his videos where, he's out selling at the flea market, sourcing at the flea market. So that's going to be really cool. We got Nate every day. I'm hustling down there. He's brand new. He's going to be doing a couple crossover videos with me, some collabs where we go to the bins, we go out to yard sales and stuff like that. So definitely subscribe to him because there's some content coming soon. You guys will really enjoy him. Tiffiany is down here, and she's Eat Sleep Amazon. She is amazing. You guys will really love her. Especially, like, I love watching her videos because I don't know much about Amazon, and I really want to get into it, but I'm dumber than a box of rocks when it comes to it. So she breaks it down in a way that's easy to understand. Plus, you'll see her live a lot too. She's definitely on a lot of live shows, and she's just a really good person. Amazon. We got Craig over there, the land shark picker. You guys, he's super. I love watching when it comes to sourcing and selling technology.
Not true.
But he's going to be doing a lot more like videos teaching people how to do stuff and how-to type stuff. So definitely subscribe to his channel for that. No. And then the other guy who's off screen right now, that's John. He's Nevermore Antiques. If you don't know him, he just opened up a retail antique store in Missouri, and his videos have been super entertaining. I've been watching every single one. Just the process of opening the store, what kind of stuff he's buying through the store, selling through the store. It's just super cool. So if you guys would show them all some love, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll probably have some videos coming out after the beginning of August. We can get all set up and gonna get the GoPro and all that good stuff, and then definitely see a lot of footage in yard sales, and like he said, we're gonna have some collabs together and stuff. It would be really cool.
I've been just like snake bitten when it comes to the GoPro. First one I bought at a yard sale, I was all excited about it. It had like 0 volume. I had to I filmed like an hour-long video at the flea market, and I had to voice over the entire thing because the volume was just terrible. And then so I listed that for sale, and then I went and bought another one, and like 3 days after I bought it, the buyer says we're out of stock. And then I ordered a third one, and it was somebody with like I don't want to say a fake account, but with like suspicious activity, and eBay shut them down. So they took my money and never sent me the GoPro. So I'm like,
I had a friend that just happened to.
That happened
pretty
to you?
bad. No, I have a friend that just happened to. He ordered one off of eBay, but it said it was coming from the Philippines. But what happened was he was watching it, and then it said it was delivered, but it never got delivered. So he called the post office, saying that it was delivered to, the address that showed on eBay was different than what it was actually delivered to, and that it actually was not coming from the Philippines, it was coming from Germany. So he had paid all this money, and then apparently there wasn't even a GoPro in the box. And then when to look at the buyer, when he bought it, it was a new a new seller. So they didn't have any feedback. And then when this happened, he went back, and that seller had scammed 2 other people between the time he bought the GoPro and the time that it was delivered, which, yeah.
I wish eBay would do a little bit better about not letting people sell high-priced items until they hit a certain benchmark of sales or a certain amount of feedback or something like that.
Right.
That happens to a lot of people. They set up a shop and they put up, all this expensive electronics, and most sellers don't look at feedback. I mean, let's just, face it. They just see an item.
A lot of people that run auctions I've seen will have 0 feedback. They'll have just none. And those are the ones I'll see the best deals on.
Right.
I bought a Canon camera for $30. I mean, it wasn't the newest version, but it was something that was a model at a store, and it was, obviously they don't sell it anymore. And, it was brand new. It didn't have any damage or anything for $30 delivered. I couldn't beat that for my eBay pictures and stuff like that. So, I mean? That guy had zero feedback. I bought a neat receipt desktop version for, I think, $50 or something like that. So, there's definitely some things that I bought from zero seller that I had no problems with. But, that's what's funny. Like, it should be set up where there's zero chance for them to even try and do something like that, because they have to wait so long and get feedback or, time relapse to even get the money. So how can they even scam anything? The only thing it would do is, like, hurt buyers' confidence, like, because you're going through the process and you have to return it and deal with all that type of stuff. So,
hey, Lonnie, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. I did okay today. They had a community sale right up the street from my house. So I got some bread and butter type stuff. I got a Wii that was in the box with about 30 to 40 games, maybe. I don't know. I didn't really count them. A couple GameCube games in there. There's GameCube controllers, a bunch of attachments. I got a couple Game Boy SPs with, like, the case and some games. Blank Media, brand new DVD player in box. Some Sony boom boxes, a whole box full of cameras, that type of stuff. I didn't really get any, like, huge home run. Yeah, GameCube controllers are awesome. Yeah, I was pumped when I saw those, because literally the GameCube controllers will be more than what I paid for the entire thing.
Is that the console too, where the power cable is, like, very unique, and it's the original one's real expensive? The knockoff one's cheap, but the original ones are expensive.
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to check and price the power supply. Lonnie might know, because I know he sold a ton of Wii's.
Yeah, one of the it's either the GameCube or Dreamcast. The power cable, the actual cable itself, sometimes can be more expensive than the console, and I don't remember which one it is. If you get the real one, the generic ones are good, but
I know there's an AV cable, a component cable set that's Nintendo based. It's like $150, $200.
Yeah, maybe it's that. I knew it was something like that.
It's the component one that has the standard colors: the green, blue, red, whatever the fourth color is. It's different than just the red, yellow, and white. But it's usually $150, $200.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely think, though, I'll make some decent money on it, like breaking it up into different lots. There wasn't really any home run games in it. I mean, there was a couple all right ones, and then half of them are pretty scratched, so I'll probably just take the scratched ones to the flea market. But the other ones, I'll probably just do a couple bundles online.
I thought about getting a resurfacer, but I don't sell a lot of games. You know what I mean? So for me right now, it wouldn't make much sense. But games are really hard to find them in our area. It seems like.
I know. Yeah, it seems like every single, because I ask at every garage sale I go to, do you have video games? And it's always like, oh, you just missed them. Somebody was just here and bought them all. So there's like a ninja in our area that just sweeps in and takes all the video games.
That's like that juice up there on weekends.
That state sale I went to last, it was basically untouched except for the N64.
Oh, nice.
I wish I would have been there for that.
Did they have any games left for it?
Nah, they took everything. Which, if the prices that I paid for everything else for the stuff I showed you, that might have been like a super deal. Yeah. So I probably missed out on really like a home run.
Yeah. Lonnie just said every now and again they'll go in and get a box of stuff. That's actually how I got the Wii stuff. I just walked up to it and I saw that there was some teenage kids there with the mom, and pretty much all the stuff they had outside kind of sucked, to be honest. And then I just asked, hey, you guys don't have video games, do you? And the mom said, well, we had a Wii out last year and no one wanted it, blah, blah, blah. So he decided just to keep it in this year. And I said, oh, okay, well, I'm surprised no one wanted it. I said, if I saw the Wii out here, I totally would buy it. And she said, really? I said, yeah. She goes, well, do you want him to run instairs and get it? So he ran in, brought out a whole bunch of games. I was like, well, do you have the system? So he ran back in, grabbed the system, all the attachments, the box. And she originally wanted, I don't know if it was $50 or $60 for it, but I basically offered her $30, and we kind of settled at $35.
Yeah, that was a great situation for you because they didn't see any value in it, or little value in it. So for you to get them to go in and get it, basically they were probably like, let's hurry up and go get it before he leaves.
Yeah, I had another person run in and get some games too at a different sale, and ended up picking up some DS games from them. It was like nothing notable, but it's something that I can use for like bundling systems and stuff like that. So, and I picked up a stack of DS or Wii games from them too. They had outside. So today was like the Wii day. It was pretty much Wii stuff everywhere. That was the only video gaming stuff I could find. You know, the occasional like GameCube game or controller or whatever. I do really good picking up GameCube controllers cheap too. It seems like anytime I go to like a flea market, they'll have like all these controllers out, and they'll be asking like $20 for like a Sega Genesis controller, and you know, like all these older controllers. And then you get to the GameCube controller, which is worth a good $20-$25 all day. They're like $2.
and they sell pretty quickly too.
Yep.
Right.
I bought this one a couple of weeks ago. I still haven't listed it yet, just because I actually forgot I had it there. But it's like the orange one, you know, and the orange one's a more sought after one. I paid $1 for it.
The have you seen the green one that you can see through? Not the solid green.
What are you talking about?
N64. What's
that? Oh, the N64s. Yeah, those are worth a lot more money. The controllers are worth really good money for those too.
Yeah. You got to check the joysticks on the 64s though, because there's a lot of them.
I've bought a lot of that. That stuff's becoming harder and harder to find anymore. The good video game consoles.
Yeah.
They're just not really. I remember buying Nintendos for $2, $3. I used to, at one point I had probably 30 video game consoles, Nintendo 64. I wouldn't even touch GameCubes because there was no money in them. And I said, man, I can pick them up for $1 or $2. I should be buying these and just stashing them back. And that's the same thing now with like the Xboxes and the 360s. If you buy those now and you stash them back, I mean, it may be 10, 15 years down the road, but eventually those things will be bringing a premium on the internet too whenever the Xbox 360 kids are, you know, middle-aged, you know, play video games with their son or daughter, and that's just the way it works. That's how owning an antique shop, you know, I don't have a lot of antiques in it because the people that own that stuff, if it's not useful to them, if they can't decorate with it or something, I mean, grandma owned it, mom sold it, and grandchild bought it. They bought it back. But now grandchild's in their 60s, and they're getting ready to sell it. So the market's going to be flooded with a lot of antique stuff over the next 10, 15 years. It's just what's going to happen.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Just as far as just like you said with those video games, stuff that hadn't had much value is starting to become more in demand. It's like Atari was hot for a minute, and then people that were collecting Atari got a little older, and then Nintendo got really hot, NES, and now those people are getting a little older, and like the whole Super Nintendo 64 is huge right now. As far as collectability, just with the age of people getting into retro stuff. But GameCube stuff's getting harder and harder to find. I've noticed. I mean, I don't know if it's like that in other areas, but I've even seen other like video game hunters basically being like, you need to grab up your GameCube stuff because it's getting harder and harder to find.
I haven't seen any GameCube stuff. Just some other stuff. I found on Atari the other day. Other than that, like the Xboxes and even the original Xboxes, it seems like people think they're worth like way more than they really are. They'll ask $300 for an original Xbox with 50 games or 20 games, and all the games are sports and college football and stuff like that, or FIFA.
Yeah. Tommy brought up a good point too. You can sell a lot of broken controllers and stuff like that to people who fix and resell them.
You guys having a good time? You like playing on the beach out there? Oh, really? Yeah, you gotta be careful. I was gonna say that rock is the rock that's normally there.
I think that was John
Somebody.
getting ready to hit somebody up with the sale.
Uh-huh.
Make a small talk before you hit them with the offer.
Nice. Ryan found some GameCube stuff today too. It's awesome. Did you get any like first party stuff, Ryan? What's up, Justin? How you doing, man?
I have an original Xbox, but now I can't find a game to test it. I mean, you find those things dime a dozen. I can't find any games around my area.
Yeah, it's getting harder to find original Xbox stuff too. I'd find. But yeah, I'm like pretty much an avid collector of like all the Nintendo stuff. Like I got every single system except for the Virtual Boy, and that's only because I'm not going to spend like $200 to $300 on something I'm not going to pretty much play. So it gives people like headaches and everything like that. But I just think it'd be cool to have them all. I have them displayed up in my dining room. Like I have a bookshelf there with a whole bunch of stuff on it, and I just have like all my old consoles there. Every once in a while, I will, bust them out to either test games or to play on. But yeah, I always collect games for the older Nintendo stuff. Real big in like the first party Mario stuff.
You've got a console and need a game to test, or what?
Yeah, I have a console, but I can't find an original Xbox game.
Dude, I can send you one. Pretty sure I bought some.
I haven't bought any, but I know I've seen some recently at the thrift store. I don't mind grabbing one.
Oh, yeah, you see them when you don't need them, and now you need them, you can't find them.
Exactly. That's always the case.
Goodwill always has.
It would be buried under all my stuff. But yeah, I might have an original Xbox game I can send you, man.
I'm sure I could find one. It's just one of those things when I think about, I need to find one, and I'm in the thrift store or yard sale, and nobody has any.
Lonnie said we seem quiet.
Come on, jump on the
Feel free to speak. They're like, I don't care about the video games. What kind of stuff are you into, Tiffany? Like, if you were not reselling right now and you're just chilling out, like, what's your favorite kind of stuff to mess with?
Like hobbies or what?
Yeah. Like, what do you like to do?
I like hiking. I like the outdoors. I like on the water or, like canoeing or, going on a hike, things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My wife likes hiking a lot. There's this one time we went on a hike, me, her, and my dog Hunter, and literally halfway through the hike, me and Hunter were like having like heart attacks. And she's just like, well, come on, guys, let's go.
How long was the hike?
It was probably a couple miles, nothing like major.
Okay.
We were at a park, so it wasn't even like a mountain or anything.
Yeah.
Here's a major bolo that Ryan just threw out there. Game Boy Player startup disc. The player itself is pretty valuable, but the disc is missing almost all the time. So just the startup disc is $50 to $60. So that's a major bolo right there.
That is good find. I found one of the players in a GameCube a handful of months ago, and still got good money for the player itself.
Oh yeah, definitely. The disc though is like always difficult to find. Oh, my bad. Trying to get the chat to repopulate. For some reason, my chat's been all messed up today. Have any of you guys that have run one of these from the controller side had any issues with chats yet?
I haven't.
I went a whole like 20 some minutes without the chat updating at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yep. It's probably just a bug or something that they're trying to work out, I would assume. So you didn't get much today either, Craig?
I was pretty dry around here. I didn't go out. There were small numbers, and I didn't see a whole lot. I've got a couple of development projects I'm working on. I've got to get some work done this weekend.
Gotcha. I definitely need to get a little bit of work done too. I'm like so behind on listing due to like Ashley's surgery because, you know, when she's not feeling good, like it's hard for me to just like kind of leave her upstairs like suffering alone. So I'll just like lay with her and watch Netflix or whatever. So like my listing numbers are way down. You know what's weird though? I what's up, Cleveland Picker? Thank you for coming in. The other day, like my sales has slowed down because of not listing as much as I normally do. But I bought an item on eBay, and like literally the minute I did that, 2 sales came in. So like I don't know if it's just activity on eBay, like period, but like literally the minute I bought something, I got 2 orders in that like, you know, quadrupled what the thing I bought was. Wow. I don't know if that counts or whatnot, but yeah, it was just the weirdest thing. It was like I hit like, you know, buy it now, and as soon as I was done putting through the payment, 2 orders came in like one right after another. Yeah, Lonnie, we're supposed to be working. We're not really doing too much work right now.
I'm just researching. I'm researching on my phone, actually.
I've been working.
I really
and
need
I know
to pack
John's
Amazon order.
Yeah, we all can hear John.
I'm just BSing at this point, I think. You know what's weird? Like when it's on my channel, though, I feel like more obligated to not do as much work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did unpack like all of the stuff that I got today. I got it all up on my table here. I'm gonna do like a little haul video right after we're done here. I'm gonna go throw some steaks on the grill and then run back down and try to get them all done before I have to take the steaks off the grill. That's cool. Yeah, Lonnie's taking the day off for the most part. I do that a lot on Sundays, because we'll go to church and that'll take up the first half of the day. And then normally Ashley's off, so like me and her kind of just hang out, and I won't really worry too much about eBay or listing or anything till Monday morning when I got to do all the packing and shipping and all that fun stuff.
There's another yard sale out towards I wouldn't say your way. Oh, I guess so. It'd be like sort of in the middle between both of us, I guess.
What's that for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
The Keys Rocks.
Okay.
I might be going out there, I think.
Is it just one sale or is it a community sale?
It's a community sale.
Oh, that's cool.
They have like, I guess, I don't know if it's just one. Well, I don't know if it's a community sale. They said it's basically like a bunch of houses on their street. And I guess it's a real long street or whatever. And it's like a big, like cul-de-sac type situation.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's like, it's just one big circle basically. Like, and then they have like a bunch of sellers in the cul-de-sac, and then there'll be other houses in the circle. Because I thought it was going to be Saturday, so I was trying to figure out which one to go to, which one to be, the best or whatever. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, it's not till Sunday." I'm like, "Sunday?" I'm like,
That's even better.
Right. I was like, "Well, it looks like I might go to both." You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I might hit up another, group. But if worst case scenario, I have so much to list, and I'm gonna get this Amazon order done first, and then do a whole bunch of listings. So I picked a great day to be off. I'm off tomorrow all day. So
nice. What's up? What do you do full time?
Work in a warehouse. Basically, I'm a mid-shift receiver. So okay. I like, I'll tag products with stickers and put them in, where they belong and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Then
anything that you can use for reselling in there?
Amazon maybe, like the grocery and food stuff. But anything that I could get at like a really good price, you know what I mean? It would be too close on expiration, so I couldn't really do anything with that. But
gotcha.
If it was some of the other stuff, I might be able to use it.
That's cool.
But that would only be the case, like like if say they lose an account and then they have like product that basically is just worthless to them, so they'll give us first shot as employees at discounts on it and stuff like that. They'll mark it down real low.
That's cool. Kathy says she's getting ready to clean out her closets. She's purging stuff. I got to do that down here in the basement. I've completely run out of room, and I have so much stuff like just lined up on the floor next to me that needs to get listed and up on shelves. So I need to clear out all the stuff that's not selling and take it to the flea market. I got a bunch of stuff that just needs to get out of my store. Like I got a bunch of like real cheapy stuff, like like $1 to $2 DVDs, $2 to $3 video games, stuff like that. I can take all that to the flea market and just blow those out.
You see behind me, I got boxes stacked up. I got a couple orders. I did some RA online, some stuff from Prime Day. It came in. I did some stuff on Walmart and Amazon, and I got tons of stuff too.
So I need to get better with the online arbitrage. Like I saw Justin had a big thing like Freddy Krueger dolls and all kinds of figures and stuff. But I really haven't even looked too much into online arbitrage. I should though. Like I should get a little bit better with the retail and online side of things.
I'll have to show you the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna learn too, man.
Craig has a really good though. Was it an attachment or
Chrome extension?
Extension. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. To
somebody asked for that about a month ago. I haven't heard anything though.
Yeah, I know. We need to coordinate. Hey, I've had tornadoes and hurricanes.
Whatever.
I have.
Well, I'm glad y'all didn't get hit too bad.
Giving me a hard time, Craig. But yeah, no, I think I want to learn more about that because that's what I'm really trying to focus on is more doing online, Even if you have to go to the store to pick it up, that's fine. But if you, at least can get it ordered, then that's good.
I've got about 20 people using it. Which isn't too bad.
That's awesome. I think that's awesome.
So you guys have any closing comments or anything? So we're going to probably jump off here. It's been about 2 hours almost. And I know Ashley's going to be hangry soon. It's about 5 o'clock my time. So at least I can get some food on the dinner table for her by 6. Any closing comments? Anything you guys are doing on your channels, live shows you're a part of? Or?
Well, I have a live show tonight with it's going to be on Suburban Beard's channel, our Resellers Unite. So everybody, please check that out. It's at 9 p.m. East Coast time.
That's a good show too, guys. If you haven't seen it, I really enjoy it.
We're going to have Reselling Rob on there tonight, if anybody knows who that is. So he does a lot of great eBay stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Anthony. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. And if we're ever in the area, maybe Ashley can go on a hike with you.
That would be awesome. Let's do it. Yeah.
He loves hiking. She really does.
Hit me up.
So, I want to thank you. What's that, man?
Sub to Suburban Beard. You gotta get his subs up.
Yeah, let me put his link in the chat right now.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to him so you won't miss the show tonight.
Yeah, I just did that just so I wouldn't miss the show. I'm not saying I wouldn't sub him anyway, but I just made sure I got him. But
I'm pretty sure I'm subbed to him. Let me check. If not, I'll sub to him right now live on YouTube.
There's 111 subs, so let's help him get a few more.
I feel like he should have more than that, though. I feel like he's a good enough creator to have more than that.
Yeah, Josh, he's like so crazy smart about these eBay hacks and like technology. All the time I'm texting him, I'm like, what app can I get to do this? And he like knows right away. So
I love seeing though people like have their numbers grow. So yeah, I appreciate. You know what? I'm not subbed to him. Dang. Okay. There we go. I'm number 116. I don't know
think
how
sometimes
I've watched his videos too. So
sometimes I accidentally unsub people by accident, like with my cell phone.
yeah,
That happened the other day with somebody. I'm like, why am I not getting notifications when you go live? And then
see if we can get him up to 125. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I've had to do that for a few people. Like I had the bell, and it showed for all notifications, but I wasn't getting notifications, so I had to unsub and resub.
Their notification system is terrible. It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under personalized for some reason, and then like I was not subbed, and I know I subbed to that person, so it was very weird.
And their notification system does not discriminate; it'll do it for anybody.
You guys would on the way out, go ahead and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. That way we can get out there in front of more eyes, and that would just be awesome on my end. But again, go ahead and subscribe to the people that are on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Suburban Beard so that you can support him and see Tiffiany tonight on Resellers Unite. Yay. And any of you other guys have anything you want to plug before we jump off?
Pat Dees is having a show right after that one. He does a late show. I'm gonna be on there. Harlan. Who else is on there tonight? Eric, the Nameless Picker, and Jason Banana Finds will be on there.
Nice. Yeah, Pat was on earlier when we first started the stream, and he talked about that a little bit. But we have a few new people in now, so yeah, guys, definitely go and check out Pat Dees a little bit later on. His channel is going to have a whole bunch of crossovers coming soon too, with a bunch of different people in the reselling community that he's visited recently. So those will be pretty cool videos to watch as well.
And don't forget Monday morning, the break room.
Oh, yeah, touche. Also, guys, we have a new morning show that we've been doing. It's me, Craig, Landshark Picker, Derek, NASCAR Man 3345, Tommy, the Bargain Effect. Right now, the schedule for that is we do 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Typically, Monday is on Craig's channel. Tuesdays on Derek's channel, Wednesdays on Tommy's channel, Thursdays on my channel, and then Friday we do a rotation. So I'm pretty sure Craig is Monday and Friday this week.
I think you're right.
So definitely make sure you guys check that out. We typically have a topic, and we're very interactive with the chat and everything like that. So we definitely appreciate all the support and love that we've been getting on that as well. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump off. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us for a little bit. Till next time, take it easy.
Bye-bye.